Welcome back to the grand finale of Alphablocked. There are a lot of goals that are going to be finally completed, and a lot of very obscure items as we get towards the end of possible unlocks in many letters. So it's going to be a combination of some of the most useful things I could find and some of the least useful things I could find. Getting straight into it, our first objective, and the item starting with A, comes from the Corrend favor system. Specifically, finishing the entire thing. To do that, we need 100% Piscarilius favor. And due to how things are, we needed to put the 20% favor certificate into Arceus. So, we are stuck maintaining the fishing nets. Also, we'll never unlock any of the other options. So we get the joyful task of repairing 200 Piscarilius fishing net cranes. To do that, we need planks and nails. Specifically, 600 regular planks and a completely unknown number of steel nails. Apparently it scales based on construction? This is not a thing that most people do a whole bunch of. This is not a thing a lot of people do any of. So, information is slightly vague. Luckily, steel nails are super cheap. So I'm going to get 4,000 of them. And worst case scenario, we lose a couple coins selling them back later. But hopefully, that is sufficient. Now, we get to go over there and have just a great time hammering away. Well, that wasn't very fun. But it's done now. There's a good reason that basically everyone just skips this. And we need to do 5 times more than even if you didn't. So, that is all the favor completed. So now we just have to round up some architects to be done with Corrend favor system. The gang's all here. So we can make this statue. Well, they can make this statue. We just did a whole bunch of random chores around town to convince them to come build a statue. Which is interesting, because they are architects. You would think they would build statues more. Whatever. They just throw rocks at it, and it becomes a giant, fancy statue. So that's pretty neat. And it's finally done. We get our final A unlock, Antique Lamp. A nice bit of rune crafting experience, which finishes 60 rune crafting. We can now make those boots, except we can't, of course. And that is all skills 60 plus. Some of them were worse than others, but it was mostly reasonable. Would not want to go for 70 plus, my current unlocks. But 60 plus was a reasonable goal. And now that's completed. I feel like celebrating. So I'm gonna go get drunk all over the world by doing the bar crawl. Interestingly enough, even though we need to do a whole bunch of drinking random drinks, the drinks don't actually exist. So the only item required for the bar crawl is right here, the final B unlock bar crawl card. Now I just need to go all around and get this filled out. Traveling all around the world, drinking drinks that never enter my inventory somehow. We return, turn in the bar crawl, and now we can smash vials. So that's nice. Hypothetically, we could have used this to avoid unlocking vials, but I'm pretty sure you need empty vials for other things, so that wouldn't have really worked out. But now we can come in here and do all sorts of barbarian outpost stuff. So that's fun. Next, the final C unlock. A nice quick combining things from our bank. We have the map parts for Dragon Slayer, which we can combine together into the Crandor map, showing us the route to Crandor. We will be facing down Elvarg in a bit. But before we do that, we have one more different dragon to contend with. And it is sitting down in the basement of the Warriors Guild. Well, that took a solid 3 hours. But there it is. The Dragon Defender. Not best in slot, but for my purposes, might as well be. I don't think we're going to be getting the Avernic, because we already have unlocked our final thing that starts with A. But still. Dragon Defender. Another strength bonus. Another 5 slash bonus. Very solid. Very solid weapon. Or offhand, I suppose. Unfortunately, it's not going to be very useful for the next thing we're doing, because we don't need to defend against a dragon. We need to actually defend against a dragon. Anti-dragon shield. Coming on. Store the rest of this. Managed to get a whole bunch of stuff that we can't keep. Like 15 rune medium helmets. It took a little bit. We did get some half keys, so that's good. Got a little bit of money out of that. And some coins. Had to go buy more monkfish, but that's taken care of now. So we can take our Crandor map and get our way over to Dragon Slayer. The boats look kind of weird, with roofs off, but we're going to purchase this boat anyways. A whopping 2,000 gold. Sounds good to me. Unfortunately, there is a hole in the ship, so we're going to go take care of that nice and quick. Planks and nails. And a hammer. I'm slightly concerned about the tsunami over there, but I'm sure it's fine. I think I know what happened here. See how there's ocean places there shouldn't be ocean? So previously, you couldn't zoom out this far. And this is an instanced, well, possibly not instanced, but a separate location for the boat with the hole in it. If we fix the hole, it also teleports us. When we fix this hole in the boat, no, we're still on the boat. I guess just the bottom of this boat is in this location. So you can't actually go to here. That's a place that doesn't exist. Weird. Anyways, we have a sea-worthy boat. Now we just need a captain. Luckily, Ned is right over here. And he will gladly sail to Crandor. Maybe not gladly, but he'll do it. We give him the map, and he's ready to go. Let's go. It is time to set sail for Crandor. I'm sure everything is going to go just fine. Now, two separate ship map animations. Very cool. No, everything's fine. Except for the fire. That's less ideal. Captain Boy Jenkins, no. And then we just crash onto Crandor. And away we go. We're going to go beat up a dragon. Because we are level 96. We have an Abyssal Whip, Fire Cape, all sorts of incredibly higher level equipment than you would typically do Dragon Slayer with. The cutscenes are really hyping up this dragon, which is a lower level than we are. We'll drink our super attack potion. Post on the ultimate strength. Climb over the wall. And win. You can't rely on prayer too much here, since the dragon drains your prayer. We'll be able to do it without eating food. Looking like a yes. Yep. Just walk in and kill it. Easy game. And here is the final E unlock. Elvarg's head. Now we just need to turn this in to finish the quest. But of course, I'm just going to put it in my bank first. See if we can get a placeholder. Right over here, with the Crandor map that we already turned in. There's Elvarg's head. I probably could have gotten a placeholder for the bar crawl card, but it's too late now. So, oh well. We can have no more prayer points. Oh no. We come over to Oziach. Have you slain the dragon yet? Yes, I have. And he's very surprised Well, there it is. Dragon Slayer completed. Some strength and defense XP, quest points, and the ability to equip rune and dragon plate bodies. I have no interest in your plate body, because I already have a rune plate body. Unlocked ages ago. Slightly by mistake, but I would have unlocked it by now anyways. The Zamorak plate body. Previously, we were incapable of wielding this. And at this point, it doesn't really matter, since we have the fighter torso and Barrow's equipment. What's the thought that counts? Zamorak plate body. Now equipable. This far past the point where that would be of any use to me, but oh well. I suppose we can just use this for fashion at this point. And that's acceptable. That's acceptable. Next up, we've got some less useful unlocks as we get into the letters with less options available. For F, we're getting the Fremenic Yellow Cloak. Oh boy. It's yellow. You'll love to see it. And it'll probably look possibly better with our cosmetic outfit we go with. So let's see what we think. Previously, we had yellow cape. It's got a little bit of darker yellow at the bottom. Fremenic Yellow Cloak has the yellow around the neck and less difference down the bottom. Yeah. I'm liking the Fremenic Yellow Cloak. Plus, it's extra fancy. Does it have better stats? No, same stats. But cloak, greater than cape, I would say. Next up, we return to another bit of content that got wildly out of control and was never going to happen. It is the bones for Rag and Bone Man. Many steps, many bones, and that's not even Rag and Bone Man 2, which is another 27 or something. We're just going to whip our way through some giant bats to get the final G item. Giant Batwing. Now, it's not going to be too useful since we don't have the options here to put it in the jug, get it all vinegary, polish it, and all the other bones that we don't have. But it's something that starts with G, and that was the requirement here, so can't do much more than that. Heading back to the Grand Exchange, we're going to get something that might replace the Great Axe, depending on how I'm feeling. Starting with the letter H. It's the Hill Giant Club. a little smaller. If this was like twice the size, I could probably rock that. The axe is just a larger axe. I don't think the stats would be particularly good either. Even if we wanted to crush things, and it was slightly faster than the Derek's Great Axe, we'd probably still just be better off crushing with the axe. Or just using the whip. Don't think we'd find a situation where the Hill Giant Club would be what we want to go for. But that's okay. Because it starts with H. If we travel over here to our Cosmetic Items tab, we can grab out our Iron Tea set and finish it up with the Iron Plate Body Tea. It's looking pretty snazzy. The yellow might look better with the G set. And as for boots, we have a few options. And the red looks okay. Yeah, the red works. Red with the cape and the whip and the fury. Maybe no gloves. So we got in the gloves department. Zamorak bracers. Yeah, that might be a little bit much on the red. What else we got? Got yellow. Void Knight gloves. Ornate gloves. Yeah, it's just not quite dark enough to match the T. And that one has a yellow accent. I think we'd either go with the regen or no gloves whatsoever. Looking pretty snazzy. It's part of the fun. Getting cosmetic sets. Always good. Iron Plate Body T. For our next item, we're returning to the jars. This time, of sand. We could just buy this, and that'd be easy enough. But where's the fun in that? We're going to make things difficult for ourselves, and then make ourselves have to unlock the jar of sand by getting a kill at the Calphite Queen. Let's see how this goes. Alright, here we go. Calphite Queen. We're going to be using a similar run underneath and hit it when its health bar goes away method. And eventually there should be things that spawn around the edge, which will allow us to not have to be trying that hard for that. But we see there's no one in here, so we are good to go. Put down the final rope here. And switch to Protect from Magic. And immediately get hit by range attacks. Ow. Alright, spawn. Spawn your guys. Don't really want the big guy on me. if we can help it. I might have to come back later with full Verax. That might be a better choice. Oh, there's a small guy. Come on. Make my life easier for me. There's probably a better way to do this. We just need to get her in the corner. And then once it's stuck, be able to not worry about the prayer protection wise. Stuck-ish. Nope, nope. I'll retaliate off. We don't want to be killing the small ones. That would not help me. Alright. Not going great so far. Full Verax might be the play. We can get more of these guys. I guess the next question is going to be how fast the health regen is. Verax might be what we want here. Not hitting super well so far. Come on, additional small guys. And this is also the phase where it's susceptible to melee attacks, which does not bode particularly well for us. Okay, oh, come on. We just need a second small guy to trap him in the corner here. And we hit some damage. All we need to do is hit damage. Yeah, like that. Turning off Protect for Magic. Just to maybe facilitate more good attacks on him. Not super concerned about taking hits from the small guy. So I think it's gonna happen, I guess, though. Yeah, we might just want to go full Verax here. That might speed this up a bit. We are slowly hitting, though. We just need to worry about regen rates and if it resets. This one small Kalphite is really messing him up. Oh, we might have him in a corner here. All right. Now it is most likely just a waiting game. So maybe we'll just speed this up. See if anything bad happens. Okay. We were just not hitting enough in the second phase there. So I'm going to go for full Verax to try to finish this off. have 10 coins. Alright. We're fighting goblins. Also, notice that we don't have something. A teleport. That's what I was gonna say. We didn't bring a teleport. We should probably bring a teleport with us. And all the goblins are dropping goblin skulls. That's great. Happy about that. Alright, now we can go through and get back to the Calphite Queen to keep trying this out. The absolute classic that is full Verax should allow us to more effectively hit through the defenses here. And it's still in this form, so that's good. Drink our super attack. Got our prayers going. See if we can just finish this off. Would like to get some of those small bugs back again. Just to help out. Ow. My body. Definitely not the easiest boss to mess around with. Come on, small guys, over this way. Please? Thank you. Alright. Okay. Verax hit. I wonder if we'll be able to see exactly whether or not it's Verax hitting. I mean, I guess if it does the little shieldy animation. But also there's this giant bug in the way. Which make it difficult for us to see. There it is, we saw it. Yeah, this works. This is definitely working out. I think we would have completed a combat achievement if we would have just done this from the start with full Verax. But I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, hit that bug. Love to see it. Should be able to make short work of the rest of this Calphite Queen kill. Verax is a very interesting set. Yeah, look at all these hits. They're not the best hits, but when the other option is not hitting in the slightest, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, we were absolutely crushing. It's like a 1 in 4 chance. And we're like hitting it every time. That's reasonable compared to our other Barrows related luck we've had. So I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to squish this bug. Slowly but surely. Well, less slowly than we were before, so I will take it. I will take it. Well, sip of prayer pot, why not? Super attack, might as well. Not that the super attack's really going to do much, since we're mostly just relying on the set effect procs here. But hey, if it lets us sneak in an extra hit, might as well. Yeah, the actual accuracy's a bit lower, but it's also crush. I don't know if the Calphite Queen's weaker to crush. Possible. Very possible. Should be good here.
the extra small guys to make the safe spotting and flinching easier. Super convenient. Way more reliable than anything that the King Black Dragon was. So I will take it, and I will take it gladly. Just a few more hits, and we will have it in the bag. It's weird that it spawns minions, but then it turns out to be a bad thing for the boss to have done. That's pretty atypical, I would imagine. Typically, when a boss spawns minions, the minions help. These minions are trying to help. They're just doing a really bad job of it. And also the whole way that this game works. It's a very different beast. It was just a regular hit right there. Fantastic. Glad to see it. Alright. Let's finish this up. Moving a little bit. Hit through the defense. Fantastic. Definitely nowhere near strong enough to actually fight the boss normally. Though we do have a bit of food, we could try our luck. A little bit of actually attacking. Immediately gets hit at 22. Oh yeah, everybody's gone. We also hit really slow, which also doesn't help. The attacks that you're not praying against have very high accuracy, which doesn't make this an easier time either. Definitely allows us to hit more times. Not that that's the best thing here. Just trying to speed this up a little bit here. Hit. These are protecting from the magic attacks. That would be very effective against us. Oh, it's big hits, big hits. We have to go down to eat again. I'll probably go back to just flinching. But there we go. 1 cow fight queen kill. And we will bring these back to the bank. Not to have or anything, but to trade off later. Let's go into the things that we don't actually have tab. That's okay. Since we can now go and grab ourselves that jar of sand. There's always a technical possibility that we could have just gotten the jar of sand on the kill there. But that's, of course, a lot to ask for, RNG-wise. So we're just going to head to the Grand Exchange and get the jar of sand unlocked. Now, much like with the other jar that we already have, we can't actually put this in our house or anything. So, it's just a jar, just an unlock, just a fun time all around. That is the final J. I'm going to go recharge my stats over here at the Ferox Enclave. And then go finish something up for our next item. We've got another boss fight on our hands. Kinda. This time, it's the killer. From Misslin Mystery. They're going to go hide in wardrobes. And we're going to make things difficult for them. Push the mirror to perfectly reflect the knife right back at him. Don't have much time to get the mirror in place. We just need to get him 2 times. Or 3 times, rather. Honestly, very, very good set of knives there. Only missed 1, I think. And that is the killer. Defeated in record time. Now we go through a bit of reveals. All the shenanigans. And then more reveals. Second killer. A little bit of squabbling. And then they do what they do best. Stab each other. So now everyone here is dead. So we take the killer's knife and do some stabbing. That's over. I should get out of here. But wait. When we try to leave, the person that we just stabbed is back up, and we're not going to try to stab them again for some reason. So it is up to Mandy to come to the rescue with a much larger weapon and finish all these shenanigans. And with that, we have completed Misslin Mystery. Talk to Mandy outside the mansion. And it is quest complete. 48 quest points in total now. And we got some uncut gems, which we actually get to keep. So that's nice. We don't get the killer's knife to keep. That is a Halloween event item. That's okay. We now return to the Barbarian Outpost to grab another unlock. Long ago, I had intentions of maybe progressing through this quest before remembering that the bar crawl was required. And B just became one of the most filled in letters. So unfortunately, it took this entire time to get the lighthouse key. There are still more items involved in Horror from the Deep. So unfortunately, there's not much use in going to the lighthouse. Although at this point, we probably technically could. Unfortunately, due to how things work, we will not be able to make any more progress there. So the key that Jagex's girlfriend asked us to get all that time ago. Finally got it. Just sitting in the bank instead. Unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? Next. I think I need to get some more supplies. To finish. Not a quest, but a mini quest. Old Man Yarlow, it is your lucky day. We came in here and destroyed all your furniture. But now we are back to actually fix things. Wow, we need planks. Okay. I will build the carpet while I'm here. We got the waxwood planks, but that's not going to fix all the table and chairs. I will return with greater numbers of planks. 10 additional regular planks, along with our nice supply of steel nails we still have. And we'll be able to finish up this nice house. Now, nicer than it was before, when we had ripped everything out. And nicer than it was before that, when everything was broken. So it's something. Except for this chair. This chair is not much. But hey, it's actually something to sit on. So he's happy with it. So I will take that as a job well done. And we just head up here, back to where it all started, to claim our reward. Although, not exactly. Talk to Marlowe here, and he'll be very glad that he helped build the furniture for his dad. He'll give us our reward. 400 construction XP. And the final M unlock, Marlowe's Crate. Now, the actual reward, of course, is inside the crate, but it contains items that we have not unlocked. So we are not going to open our reward. And if we can't bank it, we will just destroy it. Which is not a typical thing you do with rewards. This is not a typical account we're doing here. Marlowe's Crate. Perfect. For the final N unlock, we're going Fun Cosmetics. Navy Cavalier. Looks like it should be cheap too. And that's pretty good. Because we are getting lower on the money here. And there's still a large purchase I need to make. 6K for a Navy Cavalier. Does not match with the rest of my outfit. But oh well. Navy Cavalier. Once again, for O, I'm going to be taking out the rest of the ornate set and hoping that we can just go get the last piece. Yeah, it turns out, can't have things again. You're required to have nothing equipped and only plain pizza, wooden shield, and cheese. Then you just have to do some emotes here. Bow. Yes. And clap. Do panic. There's clap. Here, take this. But tell no one I was here. Hey everybody. Mysterious old man was here. And that is how you get the ornate helm. The final piece of the ornate set. So let us get that out of the bank and take a look. Naturally, that is why we unlocked most of these items. Some of them have additional uses, but for the most part, we just collected some random stuff in order to get the full ornate set. Yes, the helmet really ties it together, having the gold and the purple, or the reddish purple, whatever color you want to call it. It's ornate. Probably has bronze stats or something, but overall, looks a lot cooler though, so that's good. Next up, we make our way back to Ardoin. The only way that we can, which is the fishing trawler minigame teleport. We could also probably just go from Camelot, but either way. We've got a quest to start. I make it a habit to talk to random mages in random bars. So here is Lucen. I'm a mighty hero. You can tell by my super fancy equipment. We can easily accomplish this to go to the Chamber of Fear with our new Pendant of Lucian. The green doesn't match too well with the armor, and also it's like inside the armor, but also outside the armor. As the rendering order not behaving well with this fancy, larger plate body here. There we go. The Pendant of Lucian. The only part of this quest that we're going to be able to complete. That's okay. Started with P. There you go. That's what we needed. And with that, we're at Q. The continual problem that we've had is the absolute lack of things that start with Q. One of them we collected all the way back round 1. The Queen Help Book from Barbarian Assault. Ever since then, there has been no luck to be had. We tried to make quicklime, but our character decides they don't feel like it. We can bring limestone to the furnace, but nothing will happen. And that is 2. The third one is the Queen's Secateurs from the quest Fairy Tale Part 2. We've got all the levels we would need, but we haven't completed Fairy Tale Part 1, which we haven't completed Lost City or Nature Spirit. But Lost City was our real stumbling block here. We've got the levels. We can do the content. But it's back to B again. The only way to progress Lost City is with a bronze axe. We don't have space in the list of Bs to get the bronze axe. Therefore, we cannot complete any of those quests. And therefore, no Queen's Secateurs. And that's 3. The 4th and 5th require the 3rd, because there's no way to get the quest point cape and quest point hood without first having the Queen's Secateurs. So we have arrived. Once again, nothing that starts with Q. Cannot be done. So there will not be a final Q item, unless you count the literal first and last Queen Help book, which we don't even have in the bank, because it's not useful. So we're going to move on to not the first R item, but the first R item you ever see. Raw shrimps. Once we left Tutorial Island, we dropped everything we had ever come to possess. Now we go all the way back to the beginning with the raw shrimps. We already had the small net from earlier for doing hunter training. We used a small net to collect raw shrimp. And then we got the bronze axe, which we still don't have back. But we do have logs. But anyways, raw shrimp. Still technically useful, if not exactly useful for us right now. The first and final item that starts with R. Next, we return for the final step of the puzzle in Roleka. 15 unlocks have been spent in this house doing Peer the Seer's puzzle. The 16th and final is our final S unlock. The Seer's Key. And with that, we can finally go through this door, permanently locking us out of the infinite free herring, but completing the puzzle so quickly. No. Not so quickly. Not so quickly at all, actually. The first item we unlocked here was the empty bucket, round 7. So it's taken us, at a minimum, 22 weeks to unlock this door. So, if that's your idea of so quickly, okay. You do you, Peer. You do you. As with every other item in that house, we don't get to keep one. Which is, of course, a bit disappointing. But what can you do? What can you do? What we can do is continue on to our next unlock. Nothing special, nothing crazy. But I suppose it is another optional cosmetic option. We're getting ourselves a Team Cape. Specifically, Team Cape 16. Because it is yellow. And easy to come by. Right here in Edgeville. It's got a bit more design and shape going for it than the yellow cape and the Fremnik yellow cloak. So there's something to be said there as an option for our traveling outfit. We've got yellow cape, yellow cloak, or team cape. Uses a slightly lighter brown for the neck part. Bit of a different shape going on to it. It's also slightly... It's got the same brown on the back there, though. Overall, I'd say the cloak is my favorite. It's got a little more style there. The inside is still yellow, so it looks better from the front. So we're going to stick with the cloak. Not that it's a huge deal either way. Next on the list is going to be one of two final problems here. Depending on how things go, we're probably going to have a hard time getting Ugthanki and Onion. Other options, if this doesn't pan out, we've got the Ugthanki and Tomato, Ugthanki Kebab, Ugthanki Meat. I just want to complicate things for myself here. We're going all in. Well, not all in. We got more money still. 50,000 coins for Ugthanki and Onion. Any takers? Yes, indeed. 12,000 coins. I think there was a post on the Reddit about some guy wanting Ugthanki and Tomato. That wasn't me. That was just some guy. Which I'm going to assume vastly increased the availability of chopped Ugthanki bowls. So I appreciate that. And allowing me to get my final U unlock. Ugthanki and Onion. A weird choice. But we did not have very many options left in the U's. For V, a slightly more useful item. Vile ashes. A heap of ashes. Technically, this would allow us to pick these up from various Slayer drops, which would increase the value of quite a few tasks there. They're not exactly the best ashes. There's Fiendish, probably the worst. Vile is second, so specifically which monsters drop Vile ashes, I'm not entirely sure. There you go. Then there's Malicious, Abyssal, and Infernal, which are all from higher level ones. But we only got the Vile ashes, so that's all we really need to worry about right now. The final V item. Vile ashes. For W, we're going to delve into a system that we have not given any attention to whatsoever. That is the achievement diaries. There was just one that we could complete. Mostly because of things that start with B. Yet another bottleneck in the B items. And that one is Wilderness. We unlocked Red Spider's eggs, we got Iron Ore, and we just got the Team Cape. So we can complete all of this. Cast Low Alchemy at the Fountain of Rune. That doesn't even require runes. We just need to have one thing that can be alked. And there you go. Walking up to the Chaos Altar, killing a mammoth. Simple tasks. As you might expect from the easy achievement diary. Nothing too crazy to actually observe in this instance. So I'm going to go complete these ones up here and finish it off with the Team Cape. Every other task has been completed. So now it's just me and my team cape. Blink. Got the message interrupted by the skeleton here. That's okay. A lesser fanatic. Just chilling. Handing out our final W unlock. Wilderness Sword 1. And also Antique Lamp. But that's not a big deal. That would have been the 30th A unlock. But we don't really need it. Wilderness Sword 1 probably does some stuff. But we don't really do much in the wilderness anyways, so it's just a nifty looking sword. As our reward for completing the one and only portion of the achievement diary system that we're going to be able to do. So that's nice. Next is X. At the start, we unlocked the full Zrishian Mage Robe set, including the fabric. We got the Xerix Talisman for getting around Great Korend. We flailed our way through some regular raids to get Xerix aids, regular, plus, and minus. And that led us to an impasse. Ever since then, we have been locked out of unlocking any more things that start with X. Because the next option requires 100 challenge mode Chambers of Xerix completed. Now, we're level 96. We've got full barrows, regular trident, whip. Not much else. So the question is, can we do 100 challenge mode Chambers of Xerix? Also, we can't have overloads. We don't have a twisted bow, blowpipe, or any other good bows. We've got the magic short bow eye. That's pretty good. But we're going to give it a shot. We all know how it's going to go, but partially for comedic effect, I'm going to throw myself in to a solo challenge mode Chambers of Xerix, assuming we even can. I don't know if there's some requirements for this. Feels like maybe you should have a requirement, like ever complete a single raid, but not my problem. So let's get geared up for this imminent disaster. I decided to go with Full Void just to simplify our switches here. Enter the passage. First boss is Tecton. We don't have a crush weapon, so that's probably going to be problematic. Run around. Well, we hit. That's better than I was expecting. Ow, he stabbed me. Nyeh. Ow. Ah, fireballs! Fireballs! Fireballs on my face. Let's get the boost prayers up. Ow. Tecton is enraged now. That's good. okay now. He's going back to the anvil. Fireballs, fireballs. Well, we did some damage. That's better than I was expecting, honestly. Super attack potion, go. Ow, 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 ow. You come over here. Now he's going back to the... He's going back to the anvil already. Fireballs, fireballs. Run around. Running. Just gotta keep running. Now he's mad. Seems whenever we leave, he goes back over there. Wish he would stop doing that. Come here, Tecton. Ow. 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 And we're dead. I could go get a crush weapon and try. But it's clearly futile. And we would not be able to be a big enough beneficiary or something. We wouldn't be able to help enough for a team or anything. So we can safely put challenge mode Chambers of Xeric, completing it 100 times, to bed. Not a thing that we're going to do. And as such, there is no final X item to unlock. We have to go back to round 8 to see that our final X item was the Xeric's Aid Minus, which was difficult to get, actually, because in order to make that potion, you need to get into raids and make weak potions. Xeric's Aid is made with Buchu. So in order to make the weak Buchu leaf potions, you need between 52 and 64 herb lore. So I made a new account called Bad at Herb Lore, specifically to make that potion for me. So that is a fitting final X item, all the way back then. The final Y item is skipping a few steps from last round, where we got the U seed, going straight to the U sapling. No real reason to waste a bunch of unlocks on U seed in a pot, U seed in a pot watered. We can just skip straight to the U sapling. And we could even plant this if we wanted. So that's neat. Of course, we don't really need to. We already have our stats we were looking for. But it's technically possible. A little bit expensive for how much experience it gives. If I wanted to keep doing farming, I'd just keep planting pineapple saplings, honestly. Much cheaper. Much cheaper. And that brings us to Z. And what a Z it will be. Every single Z unlock has been a Zamorak item through and through. From the room set, the page set, the monk set, the D'hide set, the robe set, the potions, the magic, and this Mjolnir. Every single time. Allows us to put on some pretty solid Zamorak cosplay. And we can't equip the potions, of course. And the pages aren't useful since we
just now got the ability to go into the lighthouse. But with all these 28 Zamorak items behind us, there's just one in front of us. And that will be the Zamorak God Sword. Now, you might be noticing there's a slight problem here. Zamorak God Sword is 2.8 million coins, and we have 0.4 million coins. So we need to raise 2.4 million GP from our bank here. That's going to be a slight problem. But I think we can manage. First up, we don't need this many runes. X set to 14. Set the custom quantity to 100. We'll keep 100 laws. A few hundred elemental runes. And we'll sell the rest of our rune collection. We're not going to be needing them where we're going. We can also sell off these uncut gems and this dragon bone. Those are just things that we can actually just sell. Won't be needing the leaf-bladed battle axe for anything really. And I think we could sell 3 grimy ranars, the rest of the pure essence, willow saplings, fire orb, some more gems. We're going to be cannibalizing a lot of the bank here. We'll start with that. The rune crafting really came in clutch. We're up to 2.3 million coins. And I'm just grabbing things at random at this point, because that is still not quite enough. Check the history here. The runes sold for 50k, 8, 50, 19, 12, 119, 175, 134, 9, 382,000 coins for the cosmics, 300k for the astrals, 300k for the gnats, 150k for the laws. Runecrafting made us some money. It wasn't quick, but it did make some money. So now we're going to sell this grouping of stuff, which I'm sure is going to be not too much. Only 200k from that inventory. So we're moving on to our Zamorak rune equipment. Keeping the kite shield, because technically that is still our best shield. But selling off the rest of the pieces. Needed some more valuable items to push this up. And there it is. Almost 3 million coins goes straight into getting the Zamorak God Sword. And 150k left. It's unfortunate that we don't have the full Zami rune to go with it. And we could have sold something else, like, oh, I don't know, the D-hide, all the Barrows items. But there's some poetic something something. Selling off the rest of your Zamorak melee gear to buy the God Sword. And that is the final Z unlock. And the final unlock. Period. But not the final thing we're doing. We've been incredibly lucky at Barrows. Like, to an absurd degree, actually. Just got the collection log. And it's really the only boss we've done any significant amount of. We've gotten nearly everything in 300 chests. And gotten so many drops. This is what made us most of our money. And then a bit of flax into bowstrings after that, because it was easy. A lot of fletching and alching earlier. But Barrows really worked well for us. So the last thing that I want to do is the Barrows combat achievements. We see the list. Tasks. Barrows tasks. Novice. Easy. Medium. Yep. We already did 10 chests and 50. Of course, we did do 300. So that just leaves 5 tasks. Use only magic, which we're going to do immediately. Kill the melee brothers without letting them attack you with melee. So we're going to have to go in with some binds of some description. Don't take any damage from any of the brothers. So that is use prayer. And then this one, where you don't use prayer. So we're going to get through some of those nice and quick. We skipped one of the tasks there, but that's going to come later. There is the first task for defense. What defense? See if we can get in here. By boss, Barrows, tasks. Using only magic. Easy enough. I think I already messed up the can't touch me. So we're going to go for the pray for success for this run. Varak hit me, so we failed that. And we also got this, which we don't need. So let us reset and try again. We managed to complete one task, which was one of the easiest ones, which was use magic. So that's something, I guess. Let's try this again. Torag got me in the tunnel. So all we get is pray for success. I think we're going to lose a bunch of death runes on the ground there. But besides that, I'm going to have to get either Aram or Carol in the tunnels if I want to go for that task. So we still need to get the melee ones to not hit us. I suppose we could do the faithless crypt run at the same time there. So I will drain my prayer points and head back in. Not having any prayer really isn't too much of a challenge. It's just kind of a waste of supplies, really. But hey, 60k. And that leaves us, for right now, just needing to freeze all the melee brothers and not let them touch me. Probably going to need to only have them in their regular crypts, because down in the tunnels is a little more cramped at some points. So I'm going to first check to see, to make sure we have an Aram or Carol tunnel, and then we will try that. This has taken a few more tries than strictly necessary. I would have had it done sooner, but I splashed one of my entangles. So now we're going 101 mage accuracy to make sure we don't mess this up. All 4 down. I guess we need to finish the chest. Alright, that's fine. So I will quickly get that done. And we can see what our loot is. And we get Can't Touch Me. Fantastic. That one was pretty tedious. Slowed down the runs by a huge amount. Very, very unnecessary way to do that. I suppose if you were going with less tanky armor, you would consider it. But then you just breeze through it fast enough, you just use prayer anyway, so. Either way, that was something. But now, there's just one task remaining. Just like that. Kill Carol using only damage dealt by special attacks. Now this was a small issue for me. We don't have very many weapons that have special attacks at all. Whip, Dragon Sword, MSBI. If we need to only use special attacks, they're not amazing by any means. And that is why I got the Zamorak Godsword. 106/88 strength. 132/132 strength. When all that matters is special attacks, Zamorak Godsword will have my back. And since we only care about hitting just a smidge, we're going to be going with a full melee setup here. Full void. All of our best upgrades. 147/152 strength. Now even this is not going to be, most likely, enough to take down Carol. With a 15-minute respawn timer, we could probably get off 5 special attacks. Maybe 7, I'm not sure. But I don't feel like waiting that long. And I've got a plan to speed this up a bit. So we're going to bring super attack potions, prayer potions, Barrow's teleports, and a little bit of something else. Assuming that we have Carol not in the tunnel right now. If Carol's in the tunnel, we need to go through again and reset it. Because the way we're going to be doing this, it's going to want Carol to be right here.
Also, we didn't bring a spade. Okay. I will get everything in position. With my quick prayers set to protect from missiles, incredible reflexes, and ultimate strength, I think I'm ready. Super attack, special attack, prayers on the back. Here we go. Special attack, and special attack. And now, these other accounts. Imbued Heart, Energy Transfer, Alphablocked. Has, except 8 off, Energy Transfer, Alphablocked. Special attack. Special attack. Trade over the Imbued Heart to the third account here. Imbued Heart, Energy Transfer, Alphablocked. Special attack. Special attack. Just like that. It only took 6, so we would have, if I think it might be 10-minute. If it's 10-minute respawn, we wouldn't have been able to do it ourselves, because I would have only been able to do 5. But this was just extra insurance to make sure that we manage this. I guess we did miss one, which was also included in the way that we set everything up here. But there you go. That is the final Barrows combat achievement completed. We got nearly every drop, and we finished all the combat tasks. And it only took a Zamorak Godsword, an Imbued Heart, and 3 accounts. Well, that's it. We did it. That's the final thing that I wanted to achieve. We're still in our raiding party, apparently. Get out, get out, get out. What? Can I get rid of this? I think we just leave the... There we go. Now we're back. Let's head to Clan Wars. To wrap up Alphablocked. It has been an adventure, that's for sure. But now, it's over. First thing to do to finish things up here is offload the rest of this. The stuff that we really never were supposed to have in the first place. Never made use of any of these items. All they did was take up a little bit of a bank space. And with that, everything is how it should be. Ending bank value, 31.2 million coins worth. So stuff like Graceful in here, making a little bit of extra value that we really can't sell effectively. But yeah. Our handful of potions that we have available to us, all the Barrows gear. Got the fire cape. I still think the craziest thing that we did here was getting a fighter torso by myself. That was a whole thing. That was a whole thing. All the defenders, all of our sometimes incredibly mediocre skilling methods that we had available, our giant pile of random things, the blackjacks, which were an ordeal to obtain, our cosmetic sets, the final round here got us plenty of interesting items. Capes, weapons, defender, hat. Overall, we had a good run. So I'm going to get back out. Our best outfit, or one of our best outfits. Our best running around outfit, I suppose. Get our team cape in there one last time. Let's just bring the ZGS out, just because we have it. Final combat level, 96. Total level, 1544. All skills, 60 plus. Barrows, combat tasks completed. And if we look at our tasks and filter out, well, just keep completed. It's mostly Barrows. Completed, complete. Killed the King Black Dragon, Chaos Fanatic, Crazy Archaeologist, Jad, Calphite Queen, Scorpia, King Black Dragon. All sorts of good stuff. It's still weird that complete the fight caves once is a master task. Seems a bit off. That's okay. Oh, it's elite. Master would be absurd. It is elite though, that's still a lot, but 48 quest points. Completed lots of the free-to-play quests. Would have completed Sheep Shearer if we had unlocked Balls of Wool. That's okay. Dragon Slayer got done right at the end there. And we did a few members quests. Quests was definitely one of the more difficult things to do on this account. Also did a good selection of mini quests to get stuff like the Majorina 2 capes. Achievement diaries, we did one, and that's it. Not much to see on the collection log, besides our Barrows gear. So I think that's it. I have no intentions of continuing this account, so everything's going to be liquidated and traded over. It was About what I expected, really. Very strange way to play the game, of course. But I've got some other ideas coming up. And of course, leagues. So, I will be back in old school RuneScape some other time. Goodbye.